This is one of the UK's oldest and most wonderful cinemas. It is the Hyde Park Picture House in Leeds. The cinema opened in 1914 and it's had quite an eventful history over the years. We've had newsreels shown during the World Wars. There have been suffragettes here, such as Leonora Cohen, and in the 1950s, when many cinemas were closing down across the country, they actually brought an elephant here as a publicity stunt. But it's a really beautiful building, still operating fully as a cinema, and recently it's been restored with a £4 million grant from the National Lottery Heritage Fund. And they've done some really wonderful work. We have the iconic white tile facade with red lettering looking shiny and new, and they found some amazing historic features such as the beautiful original terrazzo floor. There are also lots of quirky objects which were found about the place, and when they removed the poster box from the exterior wall, they found fragments of original film posters dating back as far as the 1930s. But most remarkably, perhaps, the cinema still uses gas lighting. So this is the only gaslit cinema in the UK and perhaps even the world. But I think also there's a sensitivity to keep traditional cinema practices alive too. So there's a projection room here which still uses 35mm projectors, operated by a team of trained projectionists, quite a rare thing these days. But it's a beautiful building with so many historic features: the red lamppost outside, the Art Deco clock, the screen with its proscenium arch, the ticket office in the entrance, the original fire hydrant on display, and even the acorn and oak leaf pattern in the entrance hall. The restoration, I think, has both maintained the historic spirit and character, but also updated the space so it can be effectively functioning as a modern building. So it's very welcoming to wheelchair users, for example. It's very light and airy, and all the modern demands of a cinema are in place, although you might not realise it because it's been so sensitive to retain the historic look. It's one of the many projects supported by the National Lottery Heritage Fund, which since 1994 has invested £8.8 billion in over 51,000 heritage projects across the UK. So I'd really recommend a visit to the Hyde Park Picture House if you're in Leeds. If you're a keen cinema goer, make sure it's on your list. Use the hashtag #HeritageIsOpen if you want to join the conversation. There are heaps of films on and there's lots of popcorn inside. So what are you waiting for?